Let's do a quick activity. Get out a piece of paper and a pen. If you don't have one, that's okay. You'll just have to take some mental notes. All set? Okay. Imagine the kind of person who goes to see a therapist. Picture them in your head. You have 15 seconds. List as many words as possible to describe that person. Are you ready? Go. Good work. All right, now let's go over your words. What's the overall feel? If I had to guess, I would imagine that they're actually generally negative. Maybe it includes words like crazy, unstable, weak, lazy, mentally ill, broken. You might have some situational terms like divorced, addict, crying, on meds, forced to go, rich, or suicidal. And if you had any words to describe some sort of physical feature, more than likely you had female. These are stereotypes, and harmful ones at that. It prevents a lot of people from pursuing therapy. There are people whose situations seem to require professional help, but they just don't seek it because of this stigma. And it also prevents average folk like you and me from even considering it. Now, you might be saying to yourself, I don't need therapy. I am a functioning human being with a decent life. Everything is just dandy. You wouldn't even know what to talk about, right? Well, I'm gonna put my full-hearted opinion out there and say that I think that every single person could benefit from therapy.
Every single person.
That might seem a little extreme to you, but let me explain. How's your health? What do you do to take care of it? Would you say that being in shape or having good physical health is important? Of course. We all know that when we exercise or eat well or see the doctor for regular visits, the better off we'll be. Everyone has a physical health status. If we wanted to, we could probably rate people on a scale from healthy to unhealthy. And a person's ranking would change depending on genetics and their environment. People with higher or better physical health would likely go to the gym and do other things to take care of their bodies. If you get really sick or break a bone, then your physical health status goes way down. And that's probably when you go to the hospital. Generally, we want to stay on the higher end, and we change our behavior and habits in order to achieve that. I want to be healthier, so I work out. In the same way, everyone has mental health and a mental health status. You have a mental health status. I have a mental health status. Your sister's girlfriend's uncle has a mental health status. And just like physical health, depending on your genetics and environment, your mental health will change. Did you have a bad day? That'll negatively affect your mental health. But did your roommate make you feel better by doing all the dishes and cleaning the apartment? That'll improve your mental health. So often we think of mental health in all or nothing terms, good or bad, rather than as a gradient. And that's part of the problem. Somewhere along the line, we got the impression that going to see a therapist was like going to the hospital, when really, it's more like going to the gym. Seeing someone doesn't mean you're crazy or have a mental illness or that something's even wrong with you. It means you want to better yourself and have a happier, more successful life. By working with a professional, we're able to exercise our mental and emotional muscles and make us stronger in the future. It's like having a personal trainer.
For your brain.
And just like physical health professionals, mental health professionals have a lot of specialties too, whether it's sports psychology or marriage and family therapy or career counseling. 89% of Americans think that mental health is just as important as physical health, but we definitely don't treat it the same. Only about 10% of Americans have had any sort of therapy in the last 2 years. Compare that to approximately 50% of Americans who report exercising at least 3 days a week. So, here's my plea to any of you watching. Get a therapist. It could be a psychologist or a counselor or a social worker. Doesn't matter. You don't have to see them every week, but I want you to try it. Work out your mind and see what it does for you. All people can benefit from therapy. It's the smart people that finally go. Now, I need to make a bit of a confession. I'm being a bit of a hypocrite because I actually don't have a therapist. In fact, I haven't seen anyone formally since I was a kid, about 10 or 11 years old. And yeah, helping people might be my job, but mental health professionals do not have perfect lives, and I'm no better than any of you. So today, I'm gonna set up an appointment, okay? I have insurance and I have my card, so I'm gonna go to the website that's on there because they actually show all of the professionals that are covered under my insurance plan. Well, let's call and give it a try.
Thank you for calling. Our hours of operation are Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. We are closed weekends and holidays.
How's your day?
Good. Trying to find a therapist. I don't think that my insurance website gives me all of the options because it's only showing like hospitals. It doesn't have a complete list. So I want to call and just see if people accept my insurance. Well, what do you know? So you can actually look at therapists on Yelp and see their ratings or whatever. Well, this person's pretty close. Close to home. Hi, yes, I'm calling because I am potentially a new client and I'm just calling to get some information and see about possibly setting up a new appointment.
Okay, sure. Is this for you or?
Yeah, for me.
Did you want to ask me any questions? Do you want to tell me a little bit about what you're looking for?
I guess, well, first and probably most importantly, I'm wondering if you accept my insurance.
What is your insurance? Yes, I do.
Excellent, wonderful.
So do you want me to just look at like an available appointment?
Sure. That'd be great.
Sure, okay.
Let's do Monday.
5:30 if you need it. Monday?
Yeah, Monday's probably best.
5:15 works?
Yeah.
Okay, great. I will put you down for that. Okay, all right, sounds good. My
Thanks
bad.
so much.
Take care. You're very welcome. Have a good weekend.
You too.
Okay, thanks. Bye.
Bye. All right. Well, done. That was actually easier than I thought. If you too would like to set up your first appointment of therapy, feel free to check out the links down in the description. I'm going to put some links down there on how to set up your first appointments, as well as a few links to some search engines where you can find therapists in your area. I always recommend starting with your insurance company, but then you can always expand beyond that because they don't always list everybody. I'm pretty excited. I'm looking forward to my first appointment. Until next time, I'm Micah. Think about it.